Everybody, so it's Noah. I'm here with you today to do the pastor's devotional. I'm excited to do it. I wanted to turn to Proverbs 3. This is a very familiar verse that you're going to know, especially if you've grown up in church or been in church for a while, or even just been to a place like Hobby Lobby. You're going to have seen this verse on a coffee cup or a t-shirt. But I think that there's a lot here that you can unpack and you can apply to your life. So Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths." So what is the writer of Proverbs talking about here? He is talking about how we in every situation have to place our trust in the Lord. And what does it mean to place our trust in the Lord? It means that we have to realize and understand that if I try to go on my own path and my own ways and my own wisdom to get things done or try to be self-sufficient in some way, everything I do is going to fall flat on its face because it's done outside of pleasing God, outside of glorifying God. It's all for my pleasure. It's all for my glory. And so one of the things that God has been teaching me through this passage here is that I have to realize I can't lean on my own understanding. I have no resources inside of me. I lack the innate resources inside of me to do anything that is going to please God on my own. And the way that I can do that, the way that I can live in the way that God's designed me to live, is to place my trust in him, knowing that he's the one that has to guide my every step. Lately, one of the things that has just been going on in my life is I just have been feeling overwhelmed with different things going on, different trials, different pressures in my life, with things going on here at church, with school, with adjusting to two kids now. There's a lot of different avenues of pressure going on in my life, and it makes me feel overwhelmed, makes me just wonder, God, what is going on? How can I possibly grow in this season? How can I possibly do anything that is going to be good in this season? And when you get in those busy seasons of life, it's very tempting and it's very easy to just rely on myself, and I'm going to do things my own way, and I'm going to try to get things done to the best of my ability. This verse really reminded me that I can't do anything on my own. It has to be relying on God, because God's the only one who's going to have true wisdom that can actually truly lead me for his glory. That's what I've been designed and created to do, is to live for his glory. And as I've been reading this, I've also been reading in Philippians. So Philippians 1:6, you're going to say, how are we bridging the gap between Proverbs to Philippians? Well, I've been reading in Philippians, and Paul in Philippians 1:6, he says this. He says, being confident of this very thing, that he who has begun a good work in you will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. And so what Paul is reminding these believers here, is that God is always doing a work in us in every season of life, no matter what's going on, no matter what pressures we're facing, no matter what trials we're facing. God's always doing a work. And what is that work? It's to make us more like Christ. It's to bring himself glory, and to make us people who are going to live for his glory. And so this was a great reminder for me this week, to realize that I can't do things on my own. I can't trust myself. Instead, I have to submit myself completely over to God, loving God, committing to follow him in his ways, and asking him for wisdom, asking him for leadership, asking him for guidance in my life, trusting that all of these pressures that are coming at me are designed to help me grow in my walk with Christ, and are designed to help me be more like Christ. So I pray that this was a blessing to you. This is a blessing to me for sure this week. And I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.